First down carry by Sanders. Well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Second down, back to Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wentz. He'll have a first down past the 40. Diggs with a good footwork. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
For Stephon Diggs, he can do a lot of things, CD. He can be a possession-type receiver. He can take the top off a defense, or he can do what we saw right there, make a catch, and then turn it into a big game.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Going to try and throw on 3rd. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they could at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Wentz. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 25 yards that time.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw is Wentz. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. McLeod now on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. It's Wentz. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And again, this Buffalo defense there and run support to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now it's Wilson. Staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. The 30, the 20, 10, 5. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for Jacksonville to score. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wentz. They set up the screen to Hill. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So that'll back them up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Working from the gun. Wentz. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10. Kamara try the right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Going deep for Diggs. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Wentz now on 1st down. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And down inside the 15 he goes. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz going to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz.
Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Able to get there and pick it. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. But I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the ground, this is Kamara. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
2nd and 10.
Let's go, Pete. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Wilson.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Rosas' kick is good. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a carry for Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 3rd down. He's got Burton here. And he'll be out right at the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Going deep for Diggs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Pick it up. Right there, 54, right there.
Again, it's Kamara. Finding room inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Kamara with a first down run, but he's unable to get back to the line of scrimmage as the push-up field was strong defensively.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
2nd and 11 now.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Push him back. Push him back.
Play action. It's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Touchdown! It's complete. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jaguars continue to roll. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And his throw here is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz going deep for Diggs. And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2. Wentz going to look to throw.
And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by Calais Campbell, who was an all-pro with these Jaguars.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Wentz. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wentz to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the side. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
But someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Going deep for Diggs. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 68 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 43. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. Out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for Jacksonville score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far there.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Roses now to add the PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw, it's Wentz. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Working from the gun, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Leonard Floyd gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Coming left is Kamara. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 20.